What's up, people? It's Brett, aka Papa Stache, here to teach the beginners. Because I neglect all of you out there sometimes in YouTube land, and today this one's for you. As always, Marty's got some great links below, right around there. Click them, you'll enjoy it, I swear. Let's get started. Alright, so we're in standard tuning here. And for this lesson, you can do either an acoustic or an electric. Gentlemen, if you bust out the acoustic, the ladies will love you. Conversely, ladies, if you bust out an electric, the men will be like putty in your hands. Anyways, let's get started with this. We're going to do C, G, D. The picking pattern is going to be down, down, up, up, down, up. Again, down, down, up, down, up. So this is just an open position C chord. What you're going to do with your third finger, you're going to put it on the C note right here, on the 3rd fret A string. It's going to be on the E note on the D string, which is the 2nd fret. And then this right here is the C note as well, and it's going to be on the B string, 1st fret. Bottom string, open E, it rings open. And then you want to make sure not to hit this open E. So what we're going to do, and what I do, a little trick you can do, is you can use the skin of this finger, as you can see where the little indentation is on my finger. It's kind of low on the finger, so I use the top part of my finger to actually mute the string above it. You can also use your thumb up here. You know, some guys get critical of proper form, so that's not exactly proper form, but it helps to keep this muted up here. So what we're going to do is go down, down, up, up, down, up. Now it sounds simple enough, but you can speed it up. You know, it doesn't have to be all slow and hippie and kumbaya. So let's just do it a little bit faster. Sorry if my neck's making you a little seasick. But what we're going to do now is, so we're going to keep that basic pattern, but what we're going to do is we're just going to switch chords. Right now I'm just going to do 2 chords. I'm going to switch from C to G. The G is the, I do a little bit more of a rock version of a G, that meaning I put my 3rd and 4th finger on the 3rd fret B and E strings. Now you don't have to do that, but it just gives a little bit more full of a sound. Right? So we're going to start off with the C, like we were just doing. So we're going to go 1 time through, C, G, D. Right, now it's going to sound a little bit more song-like probably if you hit each one of those twice. So let's take a little bit different of a progression. Let's do C major, E minor, and with this E minor you can either do the 1st and 2nd finger. I'm going to do 2nd and 3rd finger. So you're going to hit all the strings, right? And then we're going to go to G, and then to a D. So let's give that a shot. I'll go twice through each of the picking patterns. So start to incorporate, you know, those kind of ideas as well. You know, you can do in that the first chords we did the C, G, D. You can do little hammer-ons like. All you're doing there is going down, down, up, down, up. And on that last one, you can hit a little hammer on. So that's do minor chords in there too. So on that, you know, just mix it up with each chord. So on that one, I hammered on that first note to the B string, or the B note. It is on the B string, but the B note. So open B to the C. Sorry, I said B twice. 2 times I made a mistake. So that is the C note with your first finger. And the cool thing about switching between A minor and C is you only have to move one finger. So you move your third finger on this G string and you just put it up on that A string, C note. Now you can either leave on, when you hammer on this second finger, or this first finger, second fret on the A string, you can take this finger off, you know, because this finger right here has to be bent all the way over so you don't fret out the note below. So for the beginners, you can just do, you know, like that if you'd like, and if you really want to try, you know, keep those fingers really rounded. See how my fingers kind of make that C shape. It lets you let that D string ring out. So be mindful of all that kind of stuff. So on that C chord, it's just a hammer on, open D, hammer on, and then catch the G. If you want to get a little bit trickier, that's the D's. So I'm doing hammer on to the 3rd fret. Let's change this position here for you. And then when I pull off, it's on the normal D chord. and then I'm pulling off that second finger, and then I'm hitting the B string. Or you can just go. So these are just different things you can do in open position chords. The picking pattern really doesn't matter. Point is, you're using your pinky to grab that 3rd fret high E, and you're pulling off to the 2nd fret high E, and then you got open. Now you don't have to always hit, you know, open position chords. You can start. So I'm going from B minor. That means you're going to take your first finger here and you're going to bar from the A string all the way to the high E string. And then you're going to do what looks like an A minor chord behind this first finger. So just think of your first finger as a capo. Instead of A minor being like this, and the A and the E being open, it's that same shape, but now your first finger is hitting those notes that were open. So that makes it a B minor chord. And then we're going to go to a D major chord. So you can do. All I'm doing there is I'm putting my pinky onto the 8th fret B string. Similar to when you do this down here with your pinky on the D down here. For all you beginners out there, when you can do the bar chord minor chord of this A string and get all those notes to ring out, really hit all those things, you've arrived. You're there. You're there. You just got to start learning how to, and you're just going to be shredding. Okay, so back to beginners. So all you do is when you hear songs, especially that Hendrix stuff, or you know, any of that kind of R&B or just cool rock, all they're doing basically is little embellishments. And you can take what sounds difficult but is really at a beginner level and write songs. So you don't have to be an extraordinary guitar player to write great songs. I've seen a million guys come through and been hanging out at amp shops, and a guy can barely play. You're like, man, how does that guy, you know, get by? But when he gets in the context of a band with the song with other instruments, you really don't have to be, and it's no reason not to strive to be proficient, but you don't have to be an amazing guitar player to enjoy playing music. So if you're at a beginner level and you see some burning stuff on YouTube, don't get discouraged. Just have fun and just, you know, learn how to strum. I'll say this. When you're at the campfire, come down here and talk to you real serious. When you're at the campfire, girls, guys, the romance happens over chords, not burning, ripping riffs. Chords. Chords are important. Easy, campfire, kumbaya, hippie songs win the day at a campfire. Okay, so I hope the beginning little lesson helped you out. Experiment. Do different kind of... And do all downstrokes. Just mess around. Keep it simple. For a week, all you shredders out there, work on your rhythm. 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 God knows I need it. It's easy to fall back when you can do some, you know, all that crazy looking finger stuff where you look like a spider attacking your fretboard. But just, you know, get in touch with your inner songwriter. Until next time, practice up. Thanks for watching.